Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to do something a little different for you guys, which is a long-term review of the Insta360 X4. Over the past 6 or 7 months since I've gotten this camera, I've been able to use it in a lot of different scenarios, such as traveling, extreme sports, and vlogging. So I just wanted to share what I love about it, what I don't like, and also what I tell my friends when they ask if I should buy the X4 or some other 360 camera. First of all, the X4 came out in April of 2024, and when I first got my hands on it, I did do a comparison with the X3, and I really found that it was a big upgrade from the X3. You can watch that comparison video if you want more details on it, but in my opinion, the new 8K 360 video and the 5.7K at 60 frames per second really added a lot more creative freedom for my shots. I have heard some people complain about the image quality, saying it looks the same as their X2 or one of their older cameras, but that's definitely not the case. This camera is definitely higher image quality, and I think in those scenarios, it really comes down to user error. Because there's so much flexibility in editing these shots, you can make them look bad if you edit it wrong. But the image quality that this camera produces, I'm really happy with, and I really feel like there's a big upgrade from the X3. Another thing that I have found really convenient too is if I only have this camera on me and I don't have a regular action camera, you can also choose a setting to record out of a single lens. And that's straight out of the camera, and it's gonna be really comparable to what you find in an action camera. As far as the potential of what you can create with this camera, I feel like it has a lot more possibilities than a regular action camera. Through the process of writing the book on how to use the X4, that you guys should be sure to check out if you do get this camera, I really explored all of the different functions of this camera, and it's a fully featured camera. It's got so many capabilities. So I think no matter what you're looking for as far as a filming tool, the X4 has it. The main benefits that I've found of filming with the X4 is, of course, the creativity that you can use when you film that 360 sphere. So you can film one shot and you can pull out multiple shots out of that, or you can just reframe and pull out one shot, but you can choose where you want to see in your image. That's different to a traditional action camera, which is already framed. You can do some editing on, but you really don't have so much control. So I think that's one of the positives, but at the same time, it's also a detriment for some people. Like, I don't think everybody wants to be able to go in their 360 shots and pull out a frame just because it's more editing. So it kind of depends on what you're into and if you want that possibility of that 360 sphere to work with. One of the other benefits of using the X4 that is one of my favorite things about using it is the invisible selfie stick effect. So basically it can look like the camera's floating and filming you, or somebody else is filming you, and you don't have that stick in your shot. So that's kind of one of my favorite things about the X4, and I like to capture those shots a lot. I've got a couple of videos for you guys on trick shots that you can check out using that invisible selfie stick effect. Also, for all of you water lovers, I just wanted to share that you can use the X4 in the water. It is waterproof, but it's definitely a little more complicated than using a single lens action camera like the Ace Pro 2. Those single lens action cameras have a flat surface in front of the lens, and there's also a really good hydrophobic coating. So the water sheds off super easy, and water drops are almost not even an issue. However, on the X4, because of that curved lens, the water drops tend to stick on there a little better, even though it does have a hydrophobic coating, and also the water tends to pool up around the edge of that lens. So if you're filming with the X4 in the water, you definitely have to be more careful to keep those water drops off, and it's not as automatic as doing it with a regular action camera. That being said, the X4 has tons of potential in the water to capture shots that you can't capture with any other camera, and I really feel like that potential is still kind of just being explored. Also, if you want to film underwater with the X4, you need to use the dive case for the X4. Then you get that invisible selfie stick shot under there, but it's just an extra housing that you have to put on top of the camera to get those crisp, clear shots. The only downside of using that dive case is I feel like there's a slight reduction in image quality just because of the plastic that they use to make that case. So those are some of the nuances that I've experienced filming with the X4 in the water. So I think one of the biggest questions you guys probably have is the durability of this camera. Now that I've been using it for 6 or 7 months, how has it held up? You definitely have to be more careful with it. The X4 has these two lenses on both sides, and they're curved, and they're also exposed. So like if you scratch those lenses, it shows up in your shots and it basically ruins the shot. Now this is a lot different than a traditional action camera, which has a cover on top of the lens. So it's actually protecting that lens, and if that lens cover gets damaged, you usually can just replace the lens cover and your camera's still fine. Whereas on the X4, if you scratch these lenses, actually on the lens portion here, it's really gonna affect your shots. So there's two things you can do. One is to use the removable lens guards that come with the camera. And I did a video showing like the difference between using the lens guards and not. And I personally don't use the lens guards hardly ever because I'm just really careful with it. That being said, if you scratch it, it's a waste of your camera. So there's one other option you have, which is Insta360 Care, which I recommend everybody get that if you're getting this camera, because if you scratch the lens, you can send it in and they'll send you another camera to replace it. You just have to pay a small fee for that replacement, but I feel like it's worth it if you don't want to use those lens guards. But you can check out my lens guard video to see the difference and see if that's something that's going to bother you. Besides the lenses, everything else is about the same as another action camera. It's waterproof, the screens are durable. You know, it's about the same durability, but those lenses are a big factor. Another area where I haven't really been too impressed with the X4 is the low light filming, especially now that there's cameras like the Ace Pro 2 that has this really excellent low light filming. So if you are filming at night, the Ace Pro 2 is much better at that. And I'm hoping in the next version of the 360 camera, whenever that is, maybe they'll add a little bit better low light features. But for right now, this is really better for, you know, daylight and into sunset, but not filming into the night. Now that the X4 has been out for a while, should you wait for the next one? Well, what I always tell people when they ask me that is, do you want to film now and do you want to just take advantage of the latest technology, or do you want to constantly be chasing the next model? The next model will always be better. I don't think I've ever reviewed an action camera where I was like, oh, this previous model was way better. Even though people like to say that on videos. There's always improvements in these cameras. I'm sure the X5 will have improvements, and I'm sure when I do a review, I'm going to be blown away, maybe, by what the differences are. But for right now, this is an amazing 360 camera. I've been really happy with the quality of it. If it is getting towards April of 2025, who knows, that's a year from when this one came out, so maybe start watching to see what the next camera is going to be and if it's going to be ready. But for now, if you just want to get some nice 360 shots, some single lens shots, and you're okay with those lenses being a little more exposed, I would say get the X4 now. It's a great camera and you can capture some really creative, really fun, cool shots. If you guys do decide to get it, I've got a beginner's guide that's really helpful to get you started with it. You could even just check that out and see if all the features that I'm showing you are something you'd be interested in. It'll give you a little more in-depth review of the X4. If you decide to get the X4 or you've already got it and you just want to learn more about how to use it and get the full potential, I've got a link for my book about the X4 in the video description below. Definitely check out the book. You can have it in your hand and it's a really useful tool to help inspire you and help you get better shots with the X4. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.